Yo guys, welcome back to another figure review of mine. Now we're gonna take a look at the SH Figuarts Premium Color Vegeta. And if you are familiar with my channel, then you know I had another Vegeta figure, which was the newest one, but I have sold that figure to buy this one. Maybe it sounds crazy, I know. I'm just selling a newer figure for an older one. But do you know what? I do think this one is better actually. I do think that this one is a little bit better. But I'm not saying it's all good. There are things that the older one does better than this one. But I'm going to go through that after we looked at a couple of things about this figure. Let's look at the packaging first. It's the older packaging with the little dots on it. But it's almost the same, you know. It's a blister box with some pictures of the figure on the back and that cool 3D print and some lettering on it. And the other side, the other figure, and we can take out the accessories so I can show it to you guys. Also wanted to say is, maybe you are wondering, why hasn't this guy reviewed any figures lately? Now that's because I didn't have figures to review. Yeah, and why? Because I ordered some figures from eBay and I cancelled it for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure figures. And first let's look at the accessories of this figure. Wait a minute. He comes with this interchangeable hat which looks to the side. I do think this one looks cool with the vein on his forehead, so you can see. I also have a new phone again. I have a new phone now, so the quality should be better. Also with my voice. The grimming face off to the side look, which looks more show accurate than this one. I must say the head sculpt is good, but isn't as good as the newer one was. But the hair sculpt, the body anatomy and everything else is actually better on this figure than the newest one. I do think the anatomy is much better. As you look at the calves, the waist, the crotch area, the torso, it's more slimmed out but not too skinny version of Vegeta. And also what I like about this Vegeta figure is that he isn't too short. So he's a little bit in the middle. He isn't too short. So I like that a lot. I like the overall anatomy, look and skill of this figure. He comes with this two of these interchangeable hands, two gripping hands, these, and he also comes, sorry that I'm a little bit slow, also comes with two of these plastic hands. I don't know if he's supposed to come with a cross arm, but I don't think so. I don't see any. I thought he would, but it doesn't matter because I wasn't going to use it anyway, because that only loosens up and fucks up the joint. I can interchange his face to get a look how the other face looks, maybe the laughing, grimming face, which suits Vegeta very well. This one, cool. I'm the prince of all Saiyans. Don't underestimate me, Kakarot. One day I will defeat you. So, a little bit of that. Anyway, what I was saying. How do you judge if the figure is good? Now, first off, you got to like the anatomy of the figure, how the aesthetically looks, and for me, the newer version of this one, which also the Scouter one is basically the same mold as the newer version of this one, isn't really appealing for me when it comes to anatomy. I like this one more. If you look at the calf, it's nice and slimmed out, but not too skinny. Same as his quadriceps, nice and muscular but not too big, not in a weird proportioned way. But what he doesn't do good is his hair coloring. I do think it's too orangey and too glossy. The other one had a better hair coloring, in my opinion. It was more yellow and a nice shading in it. And also, yes, an inferior torso articulation compared to the newest one. So the articulation is maybe inferior when it comes to range of motions, but what he does good is what I was saying. The overall look aesthetically is better in my opinion, and the size. When it comes to articulation of this figure, it's basically his head is on a ball joint and his neck, but it's frozen on mine. I couldn't move his neck, and I don't want to break the pack on his head, so I'm not going to force anything there. Let's see. He has this huge gap here. I don't know if you can, I hope my camera is going to center it. Wait a minute. So you can see, you can look into his torso and you can see in there the other ball joint. I don't know if you guys can see. So this can move, but also in. You can move it in, and he also can hinge out, of course. So that's the articulation here. And I used to not like that, but with this figure they made it a little bit more stiff, so it's nice and stiff on there. Also this joint, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna compare him with the SH Figuarts Goku and the Time Patroller. The other Goku was a little bit loose in some points, but this one is the same joint, but it's nice and stiff on there. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. This is a little bit loose also on mine. So now it's nice and tight. You can pack it out, and now it's a little bit loose, but when I do it in, it's not that bad. It's okay. When it comes to the hip articulation, it's a little bit weird. I don't know why, but it's too stiff. If you look, I can't hinge it out at first. It's a hinged ball pack. Let's see, I'm gonna try it. To be careful, because I had the feeling it was going to break seriously, and I can kick forward. What, man, I need to put force onto it. I can maybe get it further up, but I'm scared to do it. But the range of motion isn't really good actually. It's not as good as the newer one, the newer type of articulation, 2.0. He can also kick only out to this far. It's just a little bit unfortunate. He also has a swivel in there, but man, I don't know. Oh man, fuck! Look, I'm scared to break that. I have to be honest. Yeah, the knee joint looks so good, so beautiful. Oh man, I like that knee joint. It's just nice. He looks a little bit purple on the gi, but in the camera it looks blue, but in the real life it looks a little bit more purple. And I do like his feet. It's not as big as the other one, and I like that a lot. And also the coloring here on the on his boot. So when it comes to size comparison, let's compare him to some figures. Let's see. Here you have him next to the Time Patroller figure. You can see they have the same size. He's shorter, but he feels taller. They are almost the same size, but of course the hair of Vegeta. Of course the hair of Vegeta is a little bit taller. It makes him a little bit taller. So. And the head sculpt isn't that great as the newer SH Figuarts figures. Here you have him next to the Terry Bogard. So, and let's see, where is my Goku figure? I need to search my Goku figure. I'm not really good